Today's question, what to do if my tenant does not pay rent? First, you never want to assume that rent has not been paid. Whether you're a property manager or owner of a single family or a multifamily home, you always want to follow some simple guidelines before you take things to the next level. One great thing you always want to do is you want to check your records. If you're a property manager and you work off of a property management database, you can check the general ledger or financials that you work with when posting rent. In most cases, it's just a simple posting that went to a different account that can be easily corrected. You can also check your records in terms of receipt books or emails that may have been sent to you from a prior month letting you know that rent's going to be late. Just handling a couple of those things to ensure that you've done the due diligence to make sure that you're not missing anything on your end is always beneficial. Another thing you can do is send out a rent reminder notice, letting them know that rent was due on the 1st and that rent is not in the office, and maybe even taking it to the next level and letting them know that since rent has not been received, that rent will be late and a late fee will be incurred as a result. Another thing you can do is make a phone call. Contact the responsible party, somebody who is in charge of the account, a co-signer, a co-applicant, somebody who lives there that you can try to reach out to determine if they just forgot to simply make the rent payment for the month. At last resort, you can even go down the emergency contact list and try to make contact with somebody so that they can relay this information to a responsible person who can then get in touch with you. If you've tried all of those avenues and the rent is still not paid, then unfortunately you don't have a choice but to process and serve what we call a 3-day notice to pay rent or quit. This 3-day notice needs to be posted and mailed, or you can personally send it to your tenant in person as notification that you have not received rent and they have 3 days to pay the rent. At that point, if the 3 days have surpassed and the rent has not been paid, then you have nothing else to do and no choice but to unfortunately go through the legal proceedings and file for an eviction, which can be done with your attorney. I hope that that's answered any questions you have in regards to why a tenant doesn't pay rent, and I thank you for your time.